And good morning to you wonderful individuals. If you guys wouldn't mind, please let me know if you can see my chart, hear my voice. That would be fantastic. And we will get started on this magnificent Tuesday morning. I see the chart. All clear. Awesome. Let's do this. All right, guys. If you are new to this channel, welcome. As here, I try to show you how I analyze price for the most consistent and higher probable entries to help you become a better trader. And when I say trader, I specifically mean near term. We've basically been all over Bitcoin since October of 2021, while a lot of people are, still in their hopes and dreams of seeing Bitcoin hit $1 million this year are getting shafted right now. We have CPI inflation today, and if you remember in Saturday's upload, I was expecting 8.3 to 8.6%. The expectations are 8.4%, so right in line with what we were looking for. And it does appear that Bitcoin has priced in that move yesterday and Sunday. You can see here on the line chart, it tells the whole story. Whereas the candlesticks still show that you are very far from breaking down outside of the bear flag. The line chart shows you that you broke down out of it yesterday and you are retesting the underneath side of it today. Now, with yesterday's very big move lower, I was actually expecting there to be a bounce at the beginning of the week for us to be able to get short again, add to the position that I'm already carrying that is up dramatically from when I took the short. So we're doing fantastic. And as far as I'm concerned, Bitcoin can keep right on going down because I am looking to be a buyer when it gets down there. And you guys are going to be right there with me. So, all right, let's get off of this line chart. Which, you can see that it did break down here once before. That was an obvious bear trap because once you broke down the next day, you made a big, strong bullish move. Let's go over here and switch to the line chart. It is not going to match the candles, all right? But you can see there is the bear trap. Let me make it bigger for you. So there is the bear trap. There is the trap confirmation. And then previous day, or the very next day, you had an opportunity to get long. Boom shakalaka. We didn't take this position. We got long right there. Right here at this daily support zone. We took profits at the yearly open because that was the target. And I basically said that we could see a new yearly high with the demand that would get triggered once you got above these two swing highs. This day right here triggered that demand. And then more demand coming in, breakout traders, people buying the top, put it a new, fresh 2022 high. And then instant rejection, baby. And that's what we said, right? We had two scenarios. One, if price controls the yearly open, consolidates above it, and then trades away with it, we will or away from it to the upside, we will have a bullish bias. If it breaks back down, then that will be bearish in the near term because with all that fresh demand coming into the market, if market participants are selling into it and there is more supply exceeds the demand, then price will reject from the yearly open, triggering a cascade lower with rising what am I thinking of? Not rising inflation, but open interest. Yeah, we were just talking about this. With the rising open interest spiking at these levels, basically was telling us that there's a very high chance that we see a turning point because when you get up above $14 billion in open interest in the past, it has basically called major turning points in the market. And boom shakalaka, babies, here we are. No, I'm just kidding. I really do feel bad for the people that are losing money, but they don't have to. All they got to do is follow Trade Talk on Twitter, trade_talk_, or follow this YouTube channel because we are basically on the right side of the market most of the time. All right, with that being said, what am I expecting today? Well, a pullback. That's what you're getting. When we broke down below the 21 exponential moving average on the daily time frame, to me that was like basically everything we needed to know. You also had a massive spike in open interest on that day as well. Price broke down, closed below significantly below. You can see how that candlestick is pretty much the same, or the midpoint is right where that 21 exponential moving average. So typically that means that the breakdown is legit. The next day, pullback. Next day after that, I even told everybody to wait for that high, the daily high, wait for that to get taken out. And if price falls back below that, then you look to get short. And if you took that position, you're setting nice and pretty. So out of this entire move lower, we have had 2 opportunities to get short. So not really looking at an opportunity to get short right now. All right. Yesterday, I took profits into this move, expecting there to be a bounce. It traded down lower after I took profits, but that's okay. I mean, I booked quite a bit of profits from that move. So we're just going to see what happens. We're going to give it a day or 2 or even 3 to see if it wants to base out here. If it bases out here and does not close a daily candle back up into this region, back up into this candle's high, then we will still keep our bearish bias. A bounce could occur and take price all the way back up to the 21 exponential moving average, or even these 2 levels. Well, let's, instead of using the supply, let's just use the resistance levels, because they're so close, right? They're so close. So if we get a spike up into here, then we'll watch this to see if resistance forms here. If resistance forms here, I will be adding to my short position, because ultimately, remember what we were looking for. All right, remember what we were looking for. Let's go over here to the CP, or not the CPI, excuse me. Let's go over here to the futures, CME charts. Let's get rid of these exponentials because they've done their job. Get off. All right, so basically we know that we have a big fat gap down here below all of these swing lows. For a bullish trend to continue, I would assume that you would need to liquidate that before you could start going higher again. But we'll see what happens. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future, but the higher probable chance of this happening now is starting to look more and more likely. So down there we got that gap. If you put a measured move on this expansion from swing high to swing low, something like that, and then you bring this down here to the bear flag peak, will give you a measured move of something like that. Now, we're not looking for $16,000. What we are looking for here on this channel is this gap to fill on a capitulation event. Because since all the bulls are saying that this is a Wyckoff accumulation right here, this move lower will capitulate those guys. And then a lot of them will be finally probably changing their tunes and starting to say, all right, yeah, I guess we are in a bear market. We've known that since October, but they'll change their tune. And when they change their tune, we want to be buyers, right? We want to be buyers when the bulltards say, yeah, it's a bear market. And hopefully that occurs down in here. So this capitulation move gets everybody bearish. We've already been bearish for a very long time. And once we fill this gap down here, we will be looking at other metrics, other data, Glassnode stuff, on-chain analysis to see where we want to look to be a buyer. But once we get this gap fill, you don't have to go much farther to fill that second gap down there. So, I mean, it's not off the table, but I would be okay with looking to buy Bitcoin at around 26 and under. So anything under 26K, I am a buyer on Bitcoin. We're not going to start buying the capitulation low. We're going to allow a support to be formed. So from the time that it breaks down, if, of course, I'm not speaking like as if I know this is going to happen. This is just if it occurs. This is what we're going to do. We are planning for the breakdown. We had our plans what we were going to do if the breakout occurred. It did, and it got sold into. So now we're looking for the breakdown. And this could be another several months. It could be another 6 months before this gap gets filled. So please don't assume that all this stuff is going to happen today or tomorrow, right? You have time. You do not have to worry about getting into a short position where we currently are because you have missed the move already. What you can do is wait for a new one to happen. Will it happen? I don't know. Is it likely that Bitcoin just keeps making straight, move down? It's very unlikely that happens. So we'll be watching for a resistance test at around $43,000, and then we'll be looking to get short. If it forms resistance here, like where it currently is, if it forms it there, because remember on the line chart, this bullish candle is testing the underneath side of that bearish breakout for the bear flag breakdown. So there is a good chance that it does find resistance here, but I am not looking to bring my cost basis from this bearish candle to down here looking for more, right? I will wait for that pop. I will. I'm already short, so I have enough on it. I don't have to be stressed in this. I don't have to be, trying to rush and hurry and get into a new short position. I can simply wait for it to come to me, which is how I do this day in and day out. Well, that's pretty much all there is to be said on Bitcoin. 2 weeks ago, we were looking for the DXY to break out. You're trading, bullish on the year, which is the complete opposite of what other risk trends are doing. Most other risk trends are red on the year still. Bitcoin was pretty much one of the only risk trend assets that made a new yearly high, right? Most everything else hasn't even tested its yearly open yet. So everything is still bearish 2022. So we were looking for the dollar to break out. We were bullish on the dollar. Once we put in this bear trap right there on this day here, that's when I said, yeah, we're going to watch supply. If we get a daily close into supply, we're looking for higher prices on the DXY. And we've gotten that. Now, the one thing that I don't like about this price action on the DXY, even though it's going higher every single day, the candle ranges, the size of the daily ranges are not very big. And you would expect there to be at least one or two big candles like this, supporting the breakout. So I don't understand why that's that, but we'll trade price action. I had got short on Euro last week, Euro USD, and that position is still on. It's just 1/3 of the original position because I am a day trader. I take profits at the end of the day when I get into a position, and that's doing that. Aussie yen right now is looking like it is reaching to liquidate that swing high. It's not just Aussie yen, you got dollar yen, you got pound yen, euro yen, all looks the same, CAD yen, Swiss yen. This is the yen, right? The yen is the reason for this move. So the yen is also, looking like it wants to roll over again. And if it does roll over again, then this will be liquidated. I know that retail is short Aussie yen. I know they are because I have data that says it. Like 78% of retail is short the yen pairs because they're trying to pick a top. So if you are amongst them, if you think this is going to roll over for whatever reason, then what you want to wait for is you want to either A, get into a position to target that liquidation break. We tried that last week. It was unsuccessful. But, seeing how we found support down here, right there, you found support and you're trading away from it, I would say that the higher probable trade is aiming at 94,316. So I can't get long though right now because it's at the high of day. You can see yesterday's range was bigger. So you're trading as an inside day currently and you're trading at the high of the day. We don't like to get long at the high of day. So what we will do is we will watch to see if this thing gets a slice down, finds support. I see two levels that I would be interested in. Doesn't mean I'm going to blindly buy there or put a limit buy there. I want to see how price reacts when it gets there. If indeed it does find support there, then we can have a target of that. That's a big trade. Big trade. You're still 100 pips away from that line. You know what I'm saying? So it might not even happen today. This could be something that takes a couple days to achieve, if it even happens. People are looking at that as a double top. So, if you think that's a double top, I'm not a pattern trader, but let's just go ahead and put the fibs on it and see where you are. Excuse me, that is not what I wanted. Let's go from swing high to swing low, as that will tell you. Well, you broke out above the 618 of the expansion to the downside, but you did fall. So, technically one could say, yeah, there's, I'm still bearish on this. I think it's going to roll over. I think this expansion and this move is just a correction of this downside expansion. But since you had a massive expansion here and traded up, I don't think I would be bearish this thing. I myself think that that's a beautiful bullish target. So we're going to wait and see if support can get found. As long as all of the commodities that's basically boosted Aussie are giving it its strength, as long as they're still skyrocketing, this thing's going to be strong still. Let's go look at pound yen and actually, you know what? Let's go look at Doge, because we were talking about Doge this week in the live stream that we made on Sunday for the guys, for the Trade Talk members. So I put this list together. These are all cryptos. If you want to pause here, you can. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and pause this and write these down. All of these are traded on KuCoin, and these are all the alts that have meat on the bone, right? Alts with meat on the bone. What I mean by that is if Bitcoin does indeed break down out of this bear flag, we will be looking for lower prices. And if that occurs, then some of these things are going to be great opportunities to get short. So Doge had a massive, or not a massive, but had a decent move over the weekend based solely on Elon Musk talking about Twitter. All right, so this is what we were watching on the weekend. We were watching this level here. And basically what I was telling everybody is if, we were looking for this to get liquidated and then a break back below for short entries, you can see that it did not do what I wanted it to do because it based up there above that level. That suggests that you're going to see bullish continuation. But once you did break down, it was already too late. I was not watching this at the time, but this was at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once you did break down from that level, you can see that you did get another opportunity to get short on it. And so that was a sell the news event. We were prepared for it. The price action we got didn't quite support the theory, also mainly because of this hourly candle. When you close strong like that above a level, it's more suggestive of a breakout. So, yeah, we missed this trade, but the trade was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So once again, we were on the right side of the market, just didn't really get the opportunity to take that entry. So, but a lot of these things are, they're either A, bullish on the year, or very, very close to being bullish on the year, which is why if you want to put these on your chart and watch them, this one right here is fantastically bullish on the year. Let's get out here to the daily. This one, I was kind of looking for it to do the same scenario, break down, get back under. This is your yearly open right there. So you are bullish on the year. You did just do a triple top liquidation. So basically what you want to watch for now is you want to watch for a rejection. This is Monero. I don't think I would try to get long up in here. You could, if you get broken down back below that swing high, you could take it. It's a risky chance because this thing is bullish on the year. It is a risky short, but if Bitcoin does break down, I think like a lot of these other cryptocurrencies are going to come with it. And you don't want to be shorting the ones that's already got, 40% losses on the year. You want to be shorting those that have, gains on the year, because those gains are the meat that you want to take as profit if it does roll over indeed. But like I said earlier into the year, you could have an outlier, right? There could be an outlier. You could have that one cryptocurrency that just stays bullish even though the rest of the market is getting pummeled. We've seen it before, and it can happen again, right? And, Luna and XMR, both of these assets are green on the year. Let's go look at Luna. Luna broke down. Luna is no longer green on the year. Yesterday, Luna became red on the year. Now Luna is testing the yearly open. I don't really like the yearly open as a day trade short test because, let's be honest, it's a yearly level, right? You could have many days trade in and around and through and above and under, and but I mean, it is showing signs of resistance. But this thing has finally broken down. It is finally bearish on the year, just like Mr. Bitcoin. Moving on. ETH, same scenario as Bitcoin. It doesn't have a bear flag going on. ETH does not look anything like Bitcoin, actually. Let's go here and see what it looks like on the line chart. I mean, ETH looks stronger than Bitcoin. I don't see anything there, really. So this could be suggestive, right? We'll just keep an eye on it, guys. That just because Bitcoin's breaking under its line chart doesn't necessarily mean that the bear trap or the bear flag is breaking down right now. We definitely need more data. But ETH looks stronger than Bitcoin just because it didn't put in that bear flag, right? It did something different. So we'll see what happens on it later on down the road. XRP, not so much there. Ethereum Classic is bullish on the year, but this thing is probably going to get hammered. It's probably going to be hammer time. You can look at the chart and just see it, man. Every pop in price has been sold into. Pop, sold, pop, sold, pop, sold. So we'll see. We'll see if it can continue its bullish run. Once you get under $34.10, you're bearish on the year on Ethereum Classic. And that's pretty much it. Zcash broke down yesterday. Near waves, both of them above. You can see here, bullish on the year. Waves, extraordinarily bullish. Extraordinarily bullish on the year. This is your yearly open there, January 1st. This thing was massively bullish. This thing seen returns of 346% above the yearly open. So that's insane. Insane. That is a fresh, new, all-time high. So I like it even better for the short simply because you have liquidated everybody. The only people that are in this market now are the ones that participated at this move. So, yeah, probably be watching 2862 for resistance. And if that happens, we will look to get short on waves right there. 2873, apologies. So, yeah, a spike up into that. Let's just see where we are. Yeah, it's bearish. There's your RSI. You're under the 50, so I mean, yeah, you can look for shorts on that as well. A lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff. Nothing's really bullish out there as far as the macroeconomics are concerned. But people still want to have hope. And I don't understand why. I mean, you can trade Bitcoin on an inverse swap contract, so you're not actually shorting Bitcoin, right? You're not actually shorting it. You're accumulating your spot longs. That's what I'm doing. You can do the same. Why set in a drawdown from November 2021 to the potential bear market low, which could be months away? Why not be making money while price is going lower instead of just setting in your losses and hoping to one day get back green again? All right, let's see here. Got a lot of speaking going on this morning. Let me move this microphone so I can see the chat. What is up, chat? What is happening? Good morning, Tinos of the world. Great mornings to everybody. Kill them all. I see the chart. All clear. Awesome. And hear your voice. Nice. Awesome. Sounds like we're about to defeat the evil empire. Yeah, we've been pretty much defeating the evil empire for a long time. They've been on their back feet. We've been moving right along. Good morning, everybody. Rising. What? I don't understand that. Boom shakalaka to you all. What's happening, my friend? Good mornings. A lot of good mornings. 20K all day. My new album released soon. 20K all day. All right. ATR has been dropping on a Dixie. Yeah, it is. And I don't like that because, a breakout should be seeing big candles, right? You should be seeing that because essentially what you have on your hands is a short squeeze. You have a short squeeze. We have monthly res here. This was the level we were watching, but there's another one there. So that could be why we're not seeing, which I don't like that one because it's an old one. I mean, you could still use it because once you did break out above it, it was still respected as such. But yeah, just use this one. It's fresh, unused. So, I mean, that could be why. And you are getting up here around the highs. And this is a monthly. monthly chart. So this is years worth of data here, right? It doesn't look like much, but once you finally got up in here was 2015. So you got years worth of data here, a lot of resistance, and not nearly the all-time high, not even close. So yeah, I just expected it to be a little bit bigger. But if you look at the candle, the monthly candle, to be fair, I mean, it's almost at the midpoint. So, we could expect a little bit more up on it. And then we'll let it pull back and see if it wants to find resistance. I mean, this thing has been trending up for a long time, guys. It's been bullish for a long time. We've been bullish on the dollar for a long, long time. Monero might be bullish on fundamentals and be the outlier, people trying to protect assets from sanctions and etc, etc, etc. Yeah, like I said, I am not shunning it. I have no idea what it is. I know that I just look at price and I see what it's doing, where it's at. It's strong, right? It's strong. So typically you don't want to short strong assets, but also if it is going to be a bear market, those are the assets you want to look to short because they're not on the lows already. Stuff on the lows already is not going to give you as big of a return on investment. Yearly open, yeah. And now I've been seeing, a couple YouTubers talking about the yearly open. It's funny, nobody was talking about the yearly open a month and a half ago, right? 2 months ago. But we've been talking about it here on this channel since the day it happened, right? Since the day it happened, we've been talking about it. Can you please have a look at DBC and silver? Yeah, let's go look at it quickly. DBC, I guess it's USDT. I don't know what it is. It's not on any. I mean, I don't even know what this asset is, or even these two exchanges. I'll look at it, but it's unlikely you're gonna like what I have to say. Well, there's nothing there. Maybe you're talking about a stock. Let me see that again. DBC, USDT. Let me try it on Gadio. All right, so Gadio is the exchange. Deep Brain versus Tether. Have not a clue. Not a clue. But it's in a bear market. Since the all-time highs, you've lost 94.37% of its value. 94% of this asset's value is gone. It is dead. It's a bear market. It's over with. You got a spike the other day, but you're going to get spikes. All right? You're going to get rip your face off rallies because the selling subsides. Once just someone taking profits down here can cause that spike, right? So, but I mean, it's already been sold back into. There's nothing here to even short. I mean, yeah, you can still make money on the short if it continues to break down, but you're already 94% off. Like 95% off of an asset is insane. It's insane. So would I suggest just buying some? If you think it's going to be bullish again the next time we have a bull market cycle, then yeah, buy some down there. But as you can see, it can go much, much lower. And how much of a percentage loss is that to get down to there? From there to there, it's another 74% loss. Oh, disgusting. This thing is disgusting. Disgusting. I would stay far away from it. I don't even know if this is what you want to see, but I don't like it. And then silver XAG, USD. Silver looking at it. It was bullish the other day, but we do have sort of a bearish bias on gold for right now because of real rates. But it's not really playing out like that. So here's silver. We were looking for gold to hold resistance, but silver had a nice little breakout above resistance. And you're back above the 50. So you're in one of those key regions to where like it needs to hold 2486 to remain bullish. If you get back underneath that, then you'll probably be back under your 50 on the RSI, which indicates bearish. The bears are in control. So I like it there. As long as your closing dailies above 2486, you're looking for bullish entries on it. Even though real rates suggest that gold is going to be bearish, And silver pretty much tracks gold or does closely what gold does. So, I mean, yeah, I just think it's going to be, I think it's going to find a top soon. But I could be wrong on it. I could absolutely be wrong. So, right now it looks bullish. That's a good breakout candle. This candle, yesterday's candle, is the candle that was the breakout. So as long as this candle's low is intact, you are good for looking for bullish opportunities. If this candle's low gets taken out, then you will have a bull trap on your hand, and this thing will be going lower. But don't try to trade this for that. You got to wait for that to happen before you can look for trade entries. If you try to anticipate that, you're going to get ran over. You're trying to basically short or trying to stand in front of a train. Heath, SPX closed 44.12 out of range where we were watching Sunday. What retest did you want to see? Yeah, see, it didn't give me an opportunity. It did not give me an opportunity to get short. I wanted to get short, but I wanted to test a resistance test of this level up here, or at least take out the swing highs, and it did not do that. I mean, it did this, but the 8th of April, that's last week. That's Friday. So Monday happens, Sunday night opens, and into yesterday, there was your breakdown. So, I mean, the next level to watch, you have old support there. So this was support. There's the breakdown. So you can watch that level. Or the next level to watch would be this one for bearish entries. 44.79.40. A daily close above that means you're going to test resistance, and that would be up here. So this is a supply zone. And your resistance is real close, 45.02. So, yeah, 4,500 and under. As long as we're under $4,500, I like short entries on the SPX. It did not give us one yesterday. And I don't like the fact that the beginning of the weekly range is a down move either. Because we know that usually the first few, whatever time frame you're looking at, if you're looking at a weekly candle, the first few days of the weekly candle could be the wrong move. Could be the wrong move. We got CPI today, so to see a massive bullish candle would suggest that we'll be bullish, right? $4,500. If you're under that with a daily closing on a daily closing basis, then we will be short biased. You get above $4,500 on the daily, we will have a long bias. It's simple as that, my friend. There's nothing to do right now. Nothing to do right now, especially in front of that CPI number. But yeah, we're waiting and hoping and waiting. Not hoping, but we're patiently waiting for an entry. Hoping it gives us one and not just breaks down. But we'll see if it happens. And like what I'll do is I'll look to SPY and I'll look to buy puts, right? I want price to test 4,500. I want 4,500 to act as resistance, and I'll look to sell for $450 puts, 449, something like that, and look for price to continue to roll over to complete the trend that it's in for 2022. Not the entire trend. Anybody can pull this chart out, guys, and say this asset is bullish, and they're right. They are right. This is a weekly chart. You've lost your 21 on the weekly as well. I mean, the near term's bearish, but the long term's bullish. So just do what I do. Where are you at this year? Year to date, where are you setting? Oh, you're bearish. Okay. So 2022's bearish. Look for bearish entries. There's the daily. There's your 21 exponential. And opportunities up in here. 4,500. SPY hit low end of its weekly measured move yesterday. Might see a pop in price. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. We don't look. See, those measured moves, that's the option market pricing in, right? That's the options markets. That's them pricing in the premium. So if you're taking out the lower edge of your weekly expected move in one day, it could suggest that it's going to be extremely bearish this week, and you can make a lot of money, but it can also suggest that you're going to see a bounce. That's what I'm saying. I don't like it when the very beginning of the weekly range is going the direction I want it to ultimately go, because that could suggest that Bitcoin could turn around right here. It's 100%. Yeah, you could. Absolutely. You're at the bottom end of a range on the line chart, not on the candlesticks though. At the bottom end of the line of the range. Let's kill the moving averages. So, I mean, just, yeah, it could bounce from here. It is a channel. We'll just plop it right there. Boop. Could bounce, but we'll see. I'm more bearish for sure. Weekly support as well. Yeah, you can get a bounce the weekly support levels. So you guys know what you're looking for. Look at that. Killing it. Good morning, Jay Bradley. You're late. I'm just kidding, bro. Nvidia and Tesla, please. Yeah, let's go look at them. Tesla, number one asset. Man, oh man, oh man. What is those levels? Let's go see. Boom, shakalaka. That's insane, ain't it? Nice little supply zone. Black. Falls off. There's, yeah, that looks disgusting. I mean, a lot of people are going to be looking at this as just a pullback, and technically you did break out below, above the daily downtrend, and you are pulling back. So this could be the first pullback and an upper range expansion. If you didn't check out Saturday's upload, go look at it. It's only talking about Bitcoin, but the same principles can apply to all risk trends. Anything that is considered a risk on asset, that's what I'm talking about when I say risk trends, the bullish trend of those risk markets. So, I mean, this could be looked at as a pullback, but it is a big one. Once you close the gap, you were probably going to continue to be bullish. You didn't. So, yeah, I mean, session disconnected. Why? What is up with that? My laptop is not open. No, that was weird. All right, anyways.